different ways. And for us with phase one, true legacy is in people. It really more speaks to our investment in the development of others. That, you know, we could focus on building buildings and more tangible physical things, but you know, those things are things that we, they may get knocked down, they may disappear, but you know, what you instill in people and what you invest in people will last a lifetime,
right?
And I think that's
Talking about mental health and the importance about mental health, and kind of, you know, talking down about certain taboos to help individual out. Well, identifying your emotion will help you with better mental health. You know, there's a lot of folks who will be struggling in a particular area and not be able to overcome it just because we can't pinpoint what we actually feel, right? Us being able to identify our emotions helps us to be more productive at school, for example, and different things. It helps us with that. And it also helps us to normalize, things, right? And I want to introduce something here, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard about it. So you guys let me know if you have. Has anybody ever heard about
the challenge between you, your conscience, what you're thinking versus what your body craves? Who here finds themselves in the fridge more often now during COVID than they?
Two heads up.
that one.
Oh man.
To kind of get what you want and get whatever you want out of life without letting social media use you and waste all your time. And so today we're going to change the way that you look at social media, the way that you perceive it. If you've been concerned about learning this way, if you're actually like retaining the information, if you're going to remember it, if you're actually going to be prepared for your next steps, if that's something that you're worried about, I want you to know that you're exactly where you need to be and that everything happens for a reason. And it's usually in life, like these type of lows and these type of struggles that you end up looking back on and you see like, oh, wow, like I see why that happened, or I see what that did for me, or how that made me stronger, more resilient, or whatever lesson I learned.
Now you got to think outside the box on how to become financially savvy. And financially savvy doesn't need to be, $10,000 in the bank. You can be financially savvy with $100. You can buy something, put it on eBay, and start selling it. A lot of athletes.
I don't know when for athletes. I don't know when I'm ever going to be able to go back and play again. I don't know when I'm ever going to be able to see my teammate. But what can I do for myself? And I think it's a good time to actually it's not selfish or being indulging yourself, but just being aware of who you are. So something that I've been doing with my kids is like you think of something, what makes you, like for yourself, what do you feel considered makes you unique and special?
I don't know. I just feel like, I guess my personality is just unique.
Good. And you know
in this
what?
world, right? And the bottom level is food, water, warmth, rest, physiological needs, and safety and security, right? So physiological needs and safety needs, that's what we need for survival. And sometimes we don't realize we get so stressed out in life. The majority of your stresses will come from a scarcity in what you need physiologically, which is the food, the water, the warmth, the rest, the safety and security, all the stuff your parents take care of, right? You have to provide this stuff for yourself for survival. It's important.
What music is like, if you can get lost in just the words of the song, like that's how we know psychologically that sometimes we don't even recognize what we're listening to. That's how much music is consumed in our brain. So with this lesson, what I'm just trying to teach and just try to be interactive with is just being more mindful of what we listen to in the situations that we're in. Because sometimes listening to angry music while you're mad does not help the situation that you're in, especially during the quarantine when you're locked up and you don't have outlets to really put forth where your energy is, because energy is very important.
We all have basic rights and freedoms. Like it doesn't matter wherever you are in the world, it's the same. We as individuals, we have created rights based on our values, beliefs, things like that.
How have your relationships helped you with this? Have they been helping, or have they not?
It's definitely impacted me positively. Like there's been many times where I've just found myself in a situation where I'm just alone, for lack of a better term. And then it's easy to reach out to other people and just talk to them, right? But I think there are problems when you have people to talk to, maybe just have a little conversation with, but to actually have like a proper outlet and really talk about some deeper things, that's kind of hard to find somebody like that. So it's a mixed bag, I would say, especially right now.
It doesn't really matter what my teacher thinks of me or my coach or my parents or my religious group. It's really what I want to develop within myself. And that's a great way. Those two words, I wasn't spoken to about personal development when I was younger. And so I being given the opportunity to share with youth the importance of personal development, this is huge. And while we're in our COVID mode, the world is shut down.
First main point is before you even step into the interview, the one thing you want to do is prepare. You want to research the company. So it doesn't matter if you're interviewing for a job at Tim Hortons or if you're interviewing a job at Google, you should know what the business does. Because one of the first questions that's probably going to come up is they're going to ask, why do you want to work here? And a great way to answer that I found in the past is if you can look at that company's core vision and mission statement and you can find something that you can align to it, that's a great way to answer that question. So for instance, if you looked at Apple, they probably have a core mission statement of innovation. So if you could answer, I want to work at Apple because I've always been a very innovative person. I've done X, Y, and Z throughout my life and I like making things better. That could be a good way to answer. So
connecting the dots. I'm telling you, I'm super excited. I've been sitting here antsy waiting to talk because I've been dying to just connect with everybody online, even if I don't know you. This is big time, you know, because, you know, this is what we got to do in order for us to see what our weaknesses are. Like how many of
background. Yoga is a practice that exercises your mind and your body. And in yoga, we believe that you exercise your body so your mind has a healthy place to reside. And we exercise our mind so that we can build the strength and the willpower to make good decisions.
Admire about you, right? So who do you want to be? How do you want to be remembered? How did you make people feel? What did you stand for? What is needed to become the person you feel called to being, right? So remember in the future, I know we're in quarantine and we're not able to go out and do some of those things that we like and enjoy, like be around our friends. And sometimes it makes us lose hope, right? But your mindset is everything. What you dwell on, what you think on will determine your future.
Everyone, thank you for joining us. This is the last day of our Youth Wellness Forum. Like Wayne said, my name is Nina Hines. I am the president of Phase 1 Youth Association. We started this forum to really offer an opportunity for you guys to kind of have a chance to talk and learn some things, especially during this time. So we hope you guys enjoy our last session for today.